Hey everybody, this is Clayton again with another campground review from Big Guy Buys. Today we're going to cover the St. Clair RV Resort in St. Clair, Michigan. I'll talk a little bit about the check-in process here in just a second, but we spent about 2 weeks here in early August of 2020. For starters, the check-in process is you can do it online or you can do it in person. If you do it online, I'm guessing you get more information. We did not. We actually did it in person. We met up with the ranger as soon as you walk in the door to the office. They set you up. They assign you a spot based on availability. There is 50 amp and 30 amp spots. We were stuck in a 30 amp spot. The 50 amps are actually closer to the park entrance as you're going down. You'll see them here in a little bit. You'll see a lot bigger RVs and travel trailers and campers and things like that. Um, like I said, we were escorted to our spot, and that kind of concluded the check-in process. Some of the amenities for this campground are a pool, putt-putt. During COVID, this was closed though while we were there. The playgrounds were available. They had liquid propane. They did have laundry. Limited 50 amp, as I stated earlier. There was just only a few spots for that. I would say probably in the neighborhood of around 10 to 15, maybe. Certainly for the transients, that is. I'm not sure in terms of how many were available for permanent sites. They did advertise a movie night on Saturday, each week on Saturday, but I never saw where they actually took place. So your guess would be as good as mine. It wasn't obvious to find, that's for sure. They did have bathhouses, and they are currently constructing a community campfire. There were masks, and people weren't allowed inside the office, at least when I was there. Some of the pros had a lot of trees. 50 amp was, like I said, a little bit on the skimpy side for availability, but 30 amp was really good enough. It was perfectly fine for our camper in the season. It was definitely cool enough outside, and certainly with the trees, that 30 amp was plenty. The residents were friendly. You're very close to nearby attractions. This campground's only about 45 minutes from Detroit. Some of the cons, I'll tell you, the staff were not really all that friendly. And it seemed like every time we asked them a question, it seemed like it was something that was hard for them to, even bother answering us, like they were too busy for us. Some of the other cons are the gate code changes weekly without notification to the residents. Not without notification to the transients. In fact, the first time we called, that's part of the unfriendly part, was we called them and they said, oh, you should have got a text message or an email, which obviously we didn't. We're a transient site. I don't know if you do the online check-in process if you're supposed to get it, but it wasn't for us. There was a lot of iron in the water. You could certainly smell it every time you took a shower. We don't really drink our RV water. We really just use it for showering and the restroom. The laundry is closed, which is pretty irritating. A lot of the things, so it didn't really make a lot of sense. We are during the COVID pandemic, and I understand a lot of things are closed. However, the laundry was closed there, and the putt-putt was closed, but the playgrounds weren't closed, and neither was the pool, and there was tons of people there all the time in the pool. So, what they closed and what they didn't close didn't really make a whole lot of sense. Some of the local attractions that are worth noting, Junction Buoy was a delicious restaurant about 20 minutes away. Bad Brad's Barbecue, about 25 minutes away, definitely worth the eat. Buddy's Pizza, about 35 minutes away, very delicious. The Port Huron Blue Water Bridge, this is from the USA to Canada, worth the look. It had a lot of places to park around that, just to kind of take a look at the water and things like that. Had a grove of trees, parking. There's the Edison Museum over there. There's also some parks. Pine Grove Park and Lakeside Park are about 15 minutes away. There's a place in Detroit called For the Love of Sugar. Great little bakery type place. Good to get your sweet tooth. Let's see. There's a Walmart about 20 minutes away. Mayor Love's is right across from the campground. Luckily for us, the Loves has a laundry, and they were able to get it together. So, that's where we did our laundry. It was very easy. There's also one, I think, in Marysville about 15 minutes away or so, called the Village Cleaners. Cell Signal Super awesome fast if you have T-Mobile. We're talking, I saw speeds probably faster than anywhere I've ever been, ever. We're talking on the 180 meg range, 180 megabits per second. AT&T was decent, so not too bad there. I would say, really, is this a big guy buy? I would say yes. Not really because of the staff making an enjoyable experience or anything like that. I do want to bring up one comment. I did ask when we were being escorted to our site if there would be a 50 amp site available to me like tomorrow, and they said they had no idea. But I really find that hard to believe. And then, of course, lo and behold, the next day there was 3 or 4 50 amp sites available. So anyway, like I said, is this a big guy buy? I would say yes. I don't think you'd be disappointed if you had to pay for this. We are Thousand Trails members, so this is included in our package. We don't have to pay anything for it other than our membership dues. And I would say I would stay here again for sure. Nice area, nice campground as far as like the geography, lots of woods and things like that, and things to do around the area. Nice people. Other than that, I would say, not a bad time at all. So, if you like my reviews, I'm not sponsored currently, so I'm doing this just for you. Please like and subscribe. I love doing these videos. I love to help other people. Hopefully these are helping you. And of course, we are during the pandemic, so be safe and happy camping.